When people talk about the Clone Wars, they talk about the big moments. The planetary sieges, the battles that changed history. But there's a war you don't see. The one fought in the shadows. The war beneath the war. That's the world of Star Wars Zero Company. Star Wars Zero Company is a single-player turn-based tactics game with an original story set during the Clone Wars. It's coming to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S in 2026, published by EA and Lucasfilm Games. The Clone Wars setting wasn't a coincidence. The team was deliberate about it. Most Star Wars stories lean on asymmetric warfare, a scrappy underdog against an overwhelming enemy. The Clone Wars is different. You have roughly two evenly matched sides, the Republic and the Separatists, fighting across dozens of planets simultaneously, with factions, shifting allegiances, and moral grey areas everywhere. That complexity is exactly what Zero Company's story needs. It creates the conditions for clandestine operations, shadow politics, and missions where there's no clean answer. The team cited Andor's political intrigue, Rogue One's gritty perspective, and the original trilogy's mythic adventure as their tonal touchstones. None of the characters are flawless, and every decision carries permanent weight. You play as Hawks, a disgraced former Republic officer who now commands Zero Company, an elite private outfit specialised in strategic investigations and high-risk tactical operations. Think mercenaries, but with a moral compass that gets tested. The threat driving the story is a shadowy, corrupting force, one that, if left unchecked, will spread across the galaxy. Hawks and the team will be chasing answers to questions the developers describe as quintessentially Star Wars. Who are your true allies? What do your adversaries actually want? And are they even who you thought they were at the start? Importantly, this is a fully canonical Star Wars story. Your Hawks, your Zero Company, and what they do will have a place in the larger Star Wars timeline. Your squad, called Operators, is a mix of authored characters and ones you build yourself. Let's go through the confirmed ones. Trick is a clone trooper, designation CT-3301, who served alongside Hawks in the Republic military and was injured in the same incident that ended Hawks' career. The developers describe him as someone whose laconic wit masks a haunted heart. He's been with Hawks longer than anyone. Luca Bronk is an Umbaran sniper who hasn't forgiven the Republic for invading his home world. That means you've got a loyal Republic clone and a Separatist soldier on the same team, and that tension is very intentional. Clay Cullivo is a Mandalorian gunslinger, infamous and dangerous, one of the last surviving members of the ancient clan Verminoth. She joins Zero Company to pursue a deeply personal vendetta, and Telrea Vocus is a Tognath Jedi Padawan, dual lightsabers, one of them green, on a mission to complete what her fallen Jedi Master couldn't. As these characters spend time together on missions, they build bonds. Those bonds aren't just story beats, they unlock new combat synergies, like teamwork reaction shots. Who you deploy together and how much you invest in those relationships shapes the Zero Company that's genuinely yours. Hawks is fully customizable, appearance, voice and class, and that same depth extends to every operator you recruit or create. You'll choose from archetypes and a range of authentic Star Wars species, customize outfits and appearance, and rename characters as you see fit. If you want to run an entire squad of original characters you've built from scratch, that option is there. The developers were clear. Your choices affect how the story plays out and how your squad fights. Your Zero Company will look and feel different from anyone else's. At its core, this is a turn-based tactics game, but Bit Reactor laid out 4 clear design pillars. Start with Star Wars, meaningful choices, cinematic and approachable, and strategy and combat. That last pillar shapes the whole structure. The game has 2 interlocking layers, tactical, which is the battlefield, and strategic, which is everything around it. They're designed to feel like one cohesive experience, not 2 separate halves. The decisions you make before a mission change what happens during it. In combat, you're managing a squad with diverse abilities. Force users can push enemies out of cover to set up sniper shots. Teammates can heal each other in the field. Characters who have built bonds can act in coordination for reaction shots. On high difficulty, permadeath is available and saves are limited. Losing a character is permanent. But there are also settings built for players who are new to the tactics genre and here primarily for the Star Wars story. Between missions, you return to the Den, Zero Company's base of operations. Built on the Ring of Crafine, Star Wars fans will recognise it from Rogue One, and it's also been seen more recently in Andor. It's a fitting home for a group that operates in the grey. The Den is where you socialise with your squad, recruit and customise operators, and upgrade the space over time. It also contains the galaxy map, which the team describes as the largest and most immersive they've ever built. Where you decide which strategic objectives and tactical missions to take on next. Confirmed locations include Serralonis from the Bad Batch, Vandor, the Icy Frontier world from Solo, and Mapuzo from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. More planets are still to be announced. The developers mentioned some deep cuts for longtime fans. Zero Company travels between missions aboard the Caisson, a brand new starship designed specifically for this game, created as an original addition to the Star Wars galaxy. And every ship needs a crew, so they built a droid to go with it, M-3VO, who serves as Zero Company's pilot and logistical coordinator throughout the game. Both the Caisson and M-3VO were developed as characters with real personality, not just transport and set dressing. Star Wars Zero Company is heading to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S in 2026 from EA and Lucasfilm Games. Information is still coming in, but what we already know paints a picture of something genuinely ambitious. A tactics game with real depth, built by people who clearly care about getting Star Wars right. This channel will be covering every update as it drops. If there's a specific part of the game you want a deeper dive on, the combat system, the characters, the lore, drop in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. Until next time.